With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes, whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter. We do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions!
It's a unique battle on hand tonight at Robert H. Hines Stadium. It's M&M inside the EBC. Minerva and Marlington girls soccer up next on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove. Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Smacked into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back to back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs a point, and it's alive. Hansen pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
Once again, good evening from Dr. Robert H. Hines Stadium in Minerva. This is OHSAA Girls Soccer on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. I'm Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening, and as I said in the intro, a very unique battle on hand tonight. M&M, if you will. Minerva and Marlington. Two teams middle of the pack in the EBC looking for a big win tonight. We see Minerva, they have had some very good games over the past couple of weeks, but Marlington, they're the team against Akron Coventry, their lone win of the year, and win number 1 under Kevin Grove, the first-year head coach. Last year, only one win as well. The Dukes, they're trying to get back to their glory days of the 2010s, and this could be a starting point for them. Both teams, they have had their inconsistencies this season. One half playing absolutely lights out, the other struggles. I feel like the best game that showed that for Marlington, 0-0 at half against league favorites West Branch. 4-0 the final score. It happens. You can't be consistent throughout the entire 80 minutes all the time. Minerva, they have had some games where in the first half they start off on fire. Same thing. Second half, things cool down, and they get brought back down to earth. Tonight, it's a battle of wills. Two teams wanting a big win. Whoever gets it, they will be in a very good spot in the EBC. Maybe not to contend for the title, but to still finish in a good spot. It is Minerva with the ball as we get things underway in Minerva. Bjork, one of the top freshmen on this team, 6 goals so far this campaign, tied with Kylie Lippincott with 6. Those two have accounted for 12 of the 17 goals scored this year for the Minerva Lions. And with Kylie on her way out of the program after this year, to have somebody that can step into her shoes immediately, that's what you want to see. You want somebody who can go out there and right away replace her goal-scoring tally. It might not be perfect, but it is a good step in the right direction for Minerva. And all the way around, Minerva is heading in a positive direction. All the athletic programs, they are hitting new highs, and that is evident with football and even golf today, as both the men's and women's golf teams clinched the EBC titles this afternoon. Minerva looking to attack early. Lippincott plays it wide or right, trying to pick up Elizabeth Batten. And too far out of play, and it'll go to Marlington. Once again, Marlington 1-4-2 on the year. A couple of gritty games so far in the campaign. The two gritty games that were draws, Carrollton 0-0 and Waterloo 2-2. On the far side, Kylie Lippincott battling for possession. Ohioan last year, if I'm not mistaken. A very good junior campaign for her. And to her credit, she has somewhat built off of it in her senior year. Early chance here for the Lions. Good ball played in. And it'll be poked out of play. And this will be the game's first corner. Not a bad move by Marlington to simply concede the corner there. Not much more you can do other than poke it out of play and hope for the best. First set piece of the night for either squad. A chance for Minerva to take an early lead just 2 minutes in. Corner played and beautiful ball to the center of the 18-yard box. Kylie Lippincott boxing out, plays it back. Now it's Alexa Lippincott fighting for possession, but the Duke's able to box out for the time being. And good resilience on the far side, but finally it goes out of play. Possession Minerva. And this grittiness you will see all night from the Minerva Lions. Any ball close to that far touchline, they will try to swarm. They'll try to force a mistake. This time they do. And a chance still to get the opening goal. Good ball played and trying to pick up Kirkpatrick is not enough behind it. And Minerva will have to turn things back to the midfield. And now Marlington, they will begin their first attack of the game. And here come the Dukes. Not too many forward. 2 Dukes along with the possessor, which is Saransky. And it is out of play. Quinn Saransky, the senior, entering play tonight. 2 goals, 2 assists. That is a team high in assists. Only behind Shelby Odie in goals. Odie still has 3, and I believe those came in the opening 2 matchups. Marlington fighting for possession. Good battle right around the corner flag. Out of play it goes, and it'll be a throw-in for Marlington. 36:45 left to go in the first half. No score, no real big chances yet for either side. And I would expect a lot of this, a lot of pinballs on the sideline, a lot of possession flopping in the midfield, a lot of the difficulties early on. But I think the second half, if we are still tied or at least in a close game, that is where somebody will really pull away. But Minerva trying to catch Marlington off guard, a great early chance. It's Kirkpatrick, squares it in, trying to pick up Kylie Lippincott, but just not in time. McKenna Metz able to step in front of it and send it away. Good resilience by the junior goalkeeper entering play tonight. A total of 54 saves. And a good one there. But Lippincott, right place, right time, tried pacing through. Just a second or 2 behind the ball in the end. But Minerva, as the game goes on, albeit only 4 minutes in, starting to get more and more aggressive and starting to get more clinical. Kelly Johnson will throw it in for the Dukes. Eichler. Walter now. Walter entering play tonight, has a goal to her name. Good through ball played on forward. But Minerva able to box out and get rid of the danger. Once again, Elizabeth Batten in on the challenge. And the Dukes will try it again. But still Minerva in the vicinity, hitting it away. And here is one of our pinball sequences. Finally taken over by Minerva. Kirkpatrick, good ball forward, trying to pick up Kylie Lippincott. Good through ball once again by Batten. Just too far out in front of Kylie. Out of play it goes. And possession goes to Marlington. 5 minutes in and still no real big shots quite yet for either team. Good interception by the Dukes. Now they look to get it up the pitch. That time that was Shelby Odie wearing number 10. Considering the implications of the jersey number 10, it picks it up from Kylie. Now the near wing, a good ball, but too far out in front of Burek. Out of play it goes. And once again, it will go to Marlington. Yet again, this is what we expected early on. Maybe through the opening 20 minutes, we'll see good back and forth play from both teams. Good build-up play, but I don't think too many chances. Now Marlington going back to that draw against Carrollton. I believe they had a total of 20-plus shots in that game. Just couldn't get any of them to go in. And this could be the opposite, where we see 5 combined shots and 1 finds the back of the net. And you look at the way that Minerva played Carrollton, 4-3 victory for the Lions. But another good chance here. It's Kylie Lippincott. Plays it, Burek. 2 Lions in the 18-yard box. Good cross. And it was intended for Alexa Kirkpatrick, but out of play it goes, or rather, Alexa Lippincott. And it'll be the game's second corner. And once again, we're seeing that good build-up play right around that 18-yard box. But right when the play takes them in there, that's when Marlington's able to find that stop, find a good challenge, and get the ball away for the time being. Very close to going in right off the corner. Still a dangerous opportunity for the Minerva Lions. And once again, it is cleared away. Best chance so far today for Minerva. And once again, Marlington will deny them. And now they'll play it out from the back, a very dangerous spot. Very nearly intercepted by Eichler. Richard trying to go to Angione, but too far out in front. Once again, it's the Dukes with possession, and they have positive numbers going forward. On the far side, Callahan, too heavy of a touch, and back to Minerva it goes. 32-30 left to go in the opening half. No score, no real shots, but one big chance for the Minerva Lions, denied on the corner. And I think we'll see that a lot today. Just a lot of, once again, good build-up play. But we have to see clinicality. If you take 20 shots, okay, score 2. 10% conversion rate, but still, it's something. You can't take 30-plus shots here and come away with nothing. If you have these opportunities, you have to make the most of them. Kirkpatrick squares it in. Beautiful ball. Saved by Metz. There's the rebound. It's Lippincott. Denied again by Metz. Saves. The danger still right there for Minerva. And the Dukes are able to clear for the time being. Now Angione. Back Richard. Pokes it up the wing. It falls on Kirkpatrick's feet. Ireland squares it once again. Cleared away for the time being. Bounces back out to Burek. Burek denied on the shot. And it'll fall to Richard in the middle. She will play it in. And it is an easy save for McKenna Metz. First real action McKenna Metz has had to take today that was out of the ordinary. And she held up quite nice. But if you're Minerva getting that first pressure, that first shot of the game, that gives you that slight edge for now. You have to work off of it. See, okay, what went right here, but what do we need to fix? That really has to be their mentality here. They can't be satisfied unless they have at least a goal lead, if not more. And I think just like the game on Monday night, albeit not with 10 goals, but this will be another very close matchup. And we'll see how Minerva opts to play this one. Good ball up the wing from Kirkpatrick, picking up Burek. The break is on one more time for the Lions, and once again it goes out of play. Good defense from the Marlington Dukes, and they will be given the goal kick. And going back to Monday's game, a very good contest for Alliance. They were able to take down Boardman 7-3 over at Rock Hill. And tonight it is the Aviators taking on the Warriors of West Branch. And then either at Salem or Carrollton, that is your final EBC matchup tonight in girls soccer. But all the way around, a lot of good games on the docket in OHSAA girls soccer this evening. The Dukes still trying to find their first shot of the game. Odie, beautiful through ball. Great chance for the Dukes. Goalkeeper out of nets. And in the end, it will not matter. Flag does come up for offside. But otherwise, Marlington, a very good breakaway opportunity. And in goal tonight for the Lions, it is the freshman Allison Sullivan. 88 saves on the year in 12 games, or rather 12 goals against in 9 games played. So she has been the everyday goalkeeper for the Minerva Lions as a freshman. Could easily become a 4-year starter. Clear hand ball at midfield, and it'll be a free kick for the Lions. Angione takes, plays it up the pitch via the center. And unlike Rock Hill and some other soccer complexes, we are at the football stadium tonight. We do have the yard line. We do have midfield, not just basic midfield circle, but the actual logo beyond that. So a slightly different setting, and more description can be given that we are on a football field, yard line among many things. Good turn by the Dukes. They're trying to get numbers forward once again, but they're lacking that clinical pass, that one pass that puts somebody on in the 18-yard box. Or in this exercise right now, just close to it. And we'll see if Minerva can once again get close. They've had a couple of good attacks so far, 2 really good shots, but still no damage done. Good interception in the back line. That is Thompson, the senior. And as a center back, it's always tough to come off of your line, leave your post, step up and make a challenge. If you miss, there's a wide open gap in your defense. That time the senior, using your wisdom, makes the right call, and that helps out Minerva. This defense working great in tandem so far, but they need to keep the intensity up. Almost caught there, as that was Pauly attacking for Marlington. Getting very close to that defensive area. Minerva once again just trying to put the pressure on Burek. Good touch. She is now through. Has Kirkpatrick closer than Lippincott, but both in the 18-yard box. Played back intended for Lippincott. But once again, it is sent out of the 18-yard box. Good defensive stand by the Marlington Dukes. And now the question is, can they get enough numbers forward? This was the issue in the game against Massillon and Perry a few weeks ago. Great, you win back possession. Nobody's getting forward. You have 2 players forward against 4 or 5. Depends if the full defense is there or not. It's Lippincott trying to break it through. Beautiful chance for the Lions. But once again, a heavy touch puts it out of play. Batten going for that. A goal kick for the Dukes. But once the other games in the EBC do kick off tonight, we will try to get some score updates from them. Goal kick taken by the Dukes, and not a bad one as well, just rolling through everybody, but still it falls to the Minerva Lions. Another great opportunity for them. Kirkpatrick plays it on in. Metz coming up, and she is able to get it. And with McKenna Metz coming off her line so consistently, that does help out the Minerva Lions a lot. But if she can play it right, then the Dukes do benefit from it. And so far, that has been the case. But this game could easily come down to a mistake like that, coming out too early, getting too aggressive defensively. Honestly, right now, if it's 0-0 at halftime, I don't think anybody would be surprised. The balance is there. Minerva doing slightly more than Marlington. But as we mentioned, the Dukes, they have an ability to take teams to a tie score at the half. They did it against West Branch, and really, they can do it against anybody. And even last year against Alliance in the backyard brawl, they did it too. So no strangers to having teams struggle against them in the first half. Here, try squaring it, now has to go back. Picks up Richard. Heavy touch once again, and it is out of play. Possession Marlington. So I would say the game script that we kind of laid out in the opening 3 minutes, that has become the actuality of the contest. And yet again, I'm not surprised at all to see this quite yet. The balance is there. We're just waiting for one team to really put their foot on the gas and not look back. And this could be an opportunity for Marlington to do exactly that. A breakaway chance. She is through on goal. Has to bring it back in, but unable to do so. She runs out of real estate. Excellent opportunity for Callahan, but once again, ran out of territory to run in. And there it is, that one mistake that could have cost Minerva early. But once again, just too much going forward. And opposed to 1-0, it's a goal kick for the Lions. And they have to get the ball out of their defensive area quick. Good interception. Odie just throwing a foot up there to keep it close. Marlington applying the pressure once again. Good movement by Odie, but once again loses it. It is Alexa Lippincott. Plays it up the wing, going for Kylie Lippincott. Lippincott, a heavy push on the end of that one. And it is an easy free kick decision made by the referees. Conwell just trying to get back to play some defense. Lippincott got a little too antsy, trying to go for it. And it's one of those, you try to get that good tackle from behind, but you truly do have to be careful. It might not be in a game like this, but put that tackle in Carrollton, Minerva, Alliance, Marlington, then a card could come out. And once again, from up here, we really can't tell how much ball she got, if any. And that does play a factor in that decision. Kirkpatrick forward, Lippincott goes out to the wing. It's Alexa Lippincott. Kylie currently down, now getting up, squared in for Kirkpatrick, but too far out in front. Metz again steps up and scoops it up. Right place, right time, and she has been great with that so far tonight. 23:30 left to go in the opening frame. No score on SmeeSports. And once again, we would like to thank our broadcast sponsors, Heather Prince of Howard Hanna, Crowell Interiors, and the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club, who also are the broadcast presenter for tonight. And Gion does a nice job cutting back, getting it back as well for the Lions. And yet again, cleared away by the Dukes. Marlington trying to fight their way in again. And it'll be sent up the pitch by Sullivan. Mistimed jump out of play, and it should go to Minerva. And in the end, it does. Both parties did go up for that ball, but it did appear to take a tip off of a white jersey, and that was the case. Good ball forward by Burek, picking up Kirkpatrick, and it'll slip in. Barely bounces in. We'll see on the replay which of the two opportunities officially put it away, but nonetheless, Minerva strikes first. An excellent ball in from Kirkpatrick, and assuming that is the goal, the assist would go to Burek. But we'll see it back here, just plenty of open space, and she unleashes well outside the 18-yard box. And based on the poke, I think they're going to give it to Lippincott. I think at least from this angle, and there it is. It'll go to Lippincott on the assist from Kirkpatrick. So Minerva does strike first, and on the board in the first half, that was their goal. And now they can control this game a little easier. Up forward, Burek, a big part of that build-up play for the opening goal. Richard trying to apply the tackle, just not enough behind it. And how to play it goes, possession Minerva. Or rather, Marlington in the end. But once again, one mistake leads to that opening goal. We nearly saw it a few minutes before it with Marlington. Good touch forward, Lippincott almost played through, able to box for the ball, goes to the ground in the end, and I think it's just a physical challenge from both parties. No foul given, throw it on the far side for Minerva, and they are wasting no time. Batten tried to be led in stride, and either way, they will have another opportunity to throw it in as the Dukes simply poke it out of play. Lippincott takes it on the throw in. Plays it on back, beautiful ball in just inside the 6-yard box. Pinging away now, and the Dukes are able to clear the area, but only for a short period of time. Angione picking up Lippincott. Kylie takes the shot, and saved once again by McKenna Metz. But for those just tuning in, Kylie Lippincott gets the opening goal of the game for Minerva, assisted by Kirkpatrick. A team-high 7 goals on the year for Kylie, and as well a team-high 9 goal contributions this year. As for Kirkpatrick, that is assist number 2, goal contribution number 3. And to go one step further, that is goal number 18 this campaign for the Minerva Lions. Number 13 combined between Lippincott and Burek. The Dukes trying to find their equalizer. Good defense being played. And Sullivan able to easily step up and pick it up. Once again, nicely done by Thompson, creating that shield, just guiding the ball back to her goalkeeper. And from there, it was simple, just picking up the ball and going from there. Now at around the halfway point of the opening 40. And still based on that one strike from Lippincott, or really tap in from Lippincott, it is the Lions up 1-0. But you do have to give Minerva and Marlington a lot of credit for the way that they have played. A lot of scrappiness, as you would anticipate. But we'll keep saying it as long as it remains true. One mistake changed the game. Marlington, they had their opportunity on a mistake, couldn't get it in. Minerva, they had one, and they did not waste it. And if you are the Dukes now with an hour to play, this is where you really have to look at the way this first 20-minute period has gone. What can you change, and how do you find that pivotal pass to get you inside the 18-yard box? The only time they've been in there really was on that breakaway chance, and it was just a simple case of running out of space. Heavy challenge by the Dukes, gives up a free kick. Minerva trying to catch Marlington off guard, and to their credit, they do. But only for a time being. Batten fighting for it back, able to get away from a challenge, and it is poked out of play. Once again, possession falls with the Lions. And on any stoppage, they have worked extremely quick today. And I will give them tons of credit for that, and for good reason. Lippincott trying to find her way in, squares it. A great chance for Burek, just mistimes it. And Marlington comes up lucky for the time being, but still a dangerous ball. And if you're Burek there, you have to really be able to set your feet on the fly. It's not easy there. You see the goal, you see a great opportunity. You want to find the brace for your team. But she'll have to wait to find it. And same with the Minerva Lions. Once again, Thompson stepping up, making the tackle. Johns now plays it on through. And another good opportunity for Minerva. It's Ireland Kirkpatrick trying to break through. Heavy challenge, gets a little bit too much on the follow through, hitting a shin. No foul on the play, as it was a pretty clear-cut challenge. And the Dukes will try it again. 18:20 on the clock in the opening 40. And courtesy of Kylie Lippincott, it is 1-0. Richard battling through, plays it on forward. Kylie Lippincott fighting for it back, causes a collision, breaks through two Dukes. Still Kylie Lippincott slipping through the entire defense and scoring! Now that goal, a lot more glamorous than the first. There is the brace for Lippincott and the Lions. Initially, we couldn't tell, was it going to go in, was it not? But the moment it hit the top netting, everybody knew in the stadium. And just look at the way that Lippincott plays this one. Breaks through two defenders. There's a third. And somehow, stumbling backwards, finds the composure and hits it in. Truly impressive from Kylie Lippincott. And she is one goal away from a hat trick in this first half. And I think Minerva, they want to see it happen for her. Marlington trying to battle back into this game. But if Kylie Lippincott is on, there's only so much that you can do. And in talking to Coach Nightingale before the game, he said this is one of the most skilled teams that Minerva has had in a long time. And when the team is firing on all cylinders, they are truly a fun group to watch. And I would say, at least in the last couple of minutes, this group is firing on all cylinders. And once again, it starts with the attack. A lot of teams, especially at the high school level, it starts with the defense, but not this team. You have Burek, you have Lippincott, that two-headed monster in the attacking area. On top of that, you have Ireland Kirkpatrick in there as well. So many key figures. Now it is a great opportunity for Lippincott, but goes across the face of goal. And once again, she is on hat-trick watch. It's already weird to say, in one game before this week, we saw two hat-tricks. One for Boardman and then one for Royal Hawkins, as she had 5. And that 5-goal game was enough to give her the most in a single game in program history. And once again, they'll be kicking off in around 7 minutes from now over at Rock Hill. Minerva still pressing. Lippincott battling for it back. Takes a heavy shot. It's off of a Duke. She is now down. And McKenna Metz will see it out of play. A heavy reverb on the challenge. And at least from the initial look, it appeared that a Duke got the worst end of it. That definitely went off of somebody's head. Obviously not the most ideal play, but still, at least for the time being, it gets possession back for Marlington. And for those just tuning in, Kylie Lippincott with both goals, but in completely different ways. Kirkpatrick, beautiful spin, takes it in stride. There's the chance, and it is wide. But going back to the goals, Ireland Kirkpatrick, she helped create the first one. It was a simple shot from outside the box, hits off the post, loose right on the line, and Lippincott buries it, making it 1-0. The second one, she breaks through, I believe, 4 defenders, off balance, hits it in, and that makes it 2-0. So I would say two completely opposite goals. One, the least amount of effort, the other one, the most amount of effort. But both are goals, and both help Lippincott get towards that double-digit mark halfway through the season. And now I can say with confidence, over the halfway point of this season. Crazy to think in a few weeks we will begin the OHSAA tournaments. Lippincott plays it up the far wing. Now up to Kylie. Kylie breaks through, still wanting that hat trick. Instead, she squares it in. Metz able to get a piece, and she is able to scoop it up. Even though right now things are not going Marlington's way, McKenna Metz has been a massive bright spot for them. She has been great in goal. Without her prowess, this could easily be 4 or 5-0 by now. And still easily can get there. But with 15 minutes left to go in the first half, it is Minerva firmly in control at home. And as well, you see it on the far side, the Minerva Lions writing. That is a new fixture. The banners just came in this week, and they are now up, and they are beautiful. And then after this season, it is going to be a new turf field put in here at Robert H. Hines Stadium. This turf, 13 years old, playing its final couple of matches before it enters its retirement. Lippincott trying to battle through, went for the tackle, and I believe got caught up with a Marlington Duke, and it'll be a foul on the Lions. And Kylie still battling hard, trying to create some offense. And there is an old saying in the sport of soccer, 2-0 is the most dangerous lead. The reason why, that's where complacency slips in. Beautiful ball up the near flank, but once again, it is Sullivan coming off of her line, and she is able to pick it up with ease. Now 14 minutes left to go in the first half. Beautiful turn by Ireland Kirkpatrick once again. Burek played on through and cleared away by Kungle. But Ireland Kirkpatrick, very technical with the ball, able to spin at the right time. That is not a trait easily taught. Burek takes the shot, and once again it misses across the face of goal. A lot of pressure right there. Still a good opportunity, but not enough in the direction category. And looking at our broadcast schedule for the next week or so, on Friday we will be back at North Royalton Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium, Holy Name and Cleveland Central Catholic football, 6:15 pregame, 7 p.m. kickoff. The next week it is a mishmash of a little bit of everything. We have baseball on Tuesday at Kent, as we will have an opportunity here for Kirkpatrick, and Mets will pick it up. That'll be a 6 p.m. game, Tri-C and Kent State. Then on Thursday, we will be at Rock Hill Alliance and Louisville. Then Friday, back here at Robert H. Hines Stadium, it is EBC time for the Lions as they take on West Branch. So that is a snapshot of the next week or so of our broadcast here on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. So make sure you tune in for all of those amazing contests. Should be a couple of very good games in there. And as well, make sure you go down below and subscribe. We are now, I believe, 4 subscribers away from 5,000 overall. So now, hopefully we can get that tonight. If not, by the weekend. That is what I would really love to see happen. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But if you're new, go down below and subscribe. Back to the action with 12:20 left to go in the first half. Minerva up 2-0 on the Marlington Dukes. And Marlington still that one chance early on. It could have changed this game. And now they're just looking to recreate it. Callahan on it. Plays it on the far side. Good through ball. Picking up Saransky. And Thompson once again boxing out. And it'll go out of play. Possession Minerva. Loose ball again and poked on through. And this is where the pinball starts to come back in from both teams. Couple of touches, wayward pass, back and forth it goes. Good pressure applied by Angione. Able to deflect it the first time. Odie staying with it. Squares it. Another good opportunity for the Marlington Dukes, but not enough forward. Still, the Lions have to clear it, and they are able to do so once again. Richard driving through everybody, and she just continues to bulldoze her way into the attacking area of Minerva. But only so much she can do there. That time gets a little bit too much on the follow-through, and it'll be a free kick for Marlington. Taking quick, Odie spins out of a double team. Good chance for Marlington, good through ball. It is going to ping to the far side. Here's the chance, and it is saved by Sullivan. I believe that was Delaney Daum with the opportunity for Marlington. But so many white jerseys getting forward. Their first real true team attack. And it looked good. Now it's Minerva trying to counter. Burek on the near flank. Has Kirkpatrick and Lippincott inside the 18-yard box. Takes it herself and saved by Metz. And once again, McKenna Metz really stepping up in a big way tonight for Marlington. Keeping this one close. And now around a half hour in, still 10 minutes left to go in the first half, and we will see some changes. But I believe this is our first of 2 Minerva girls soccer games this season. I could be mistaken. We do have another soccer game here. I think it is them against New Philly. If not, it's the boys, but that game on October 8th. Kirkpatrick squares it in, almost beating Metz, but once again, shields off the near post. And we talk a lot about it. Once again, I was a goalkeeper, so I'm noticing the goalkeeping things a lot. She kind of pins that hand against the post. She seals off that edge. If anything goes across the face of goal, she can easily push off and get there to defend. If she doesn't seal that near post, then easily something can sneak through. So from a technical standpoint, really impressive work from McKenna Metz. Now down to 9.5 minutes in this first half. Good potential opportunity for the Dukes. Just once again, need more numbers forward. And Sullivan picks it up. And you see these promising attacks. Once again, it starts in the midfield. 1 or 2 Dukes get forward. But the rest of the midfield hangs back. They have to become more aggressive, especially down by 2. not much to lose right now. You're down by 2, and well, clearly a handball, but a foul was called before it. But there's not much to lose right now. Get more aggressive and try to make it a 1-goal game, and then from there, try to scrap out the draw. If Minerva gets a 3rd goal here, that might be enough. Kirkpatrick up the wing for Burek. Burek trying to pace past the Dukes defense, but quickly out of play, and quickly the ball is right back in. Kylie Lippincott going for her hat trick, trying to get through the Dukes defense. Cleared away for the time being. Kirkpatrick with the initial hit, and now there it is from Richard hitting it out, and it is a throw-in for the Minerva Lions. And yet again, they are quick to get it right back in. Kirkpatrick squares it, but nobody home for the time being. Loose ball to the back corner of the box. It is Yonke going for it, and it'll go out of play. I'm about to say, there was no whistle. The flag went up, and now they'll bring it back. But once again, you are watching OHSAA Girls Soccer on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Just like the last time that we saw both of these teams, it's a whichever team wins is a win for us, as Marlington and Minerva are 2 of our 3 teams out here in Stark County. The other one is the Alliance Aviators. So whichever team wins, we walk out of here with a winner. But the home Minerva fans, they want it to be them tonight, and so far that is the case. And just the way that they are playing, you can really tell that they have the technical ability down. They just need that creative mind, that great chance. They need plays like that constantly. And if they can get it on a more regular basis, this team can compete in the playoffs. I think it would be a successful season if Minerva goes on the road in the playoffs and gets a win. I think that's the goal. I'm looking at the record with a win here, 4-5-1, heading into their next game against Tusky Valley. They could become a 500 team again, and then would need a win against Alliance, which is doable. Now 7 minutes left to go in the opening 40. A lot of conversations to be had at the half. More positive from Minerva, but the big one for Marlington. How do you recreate that one big opportunity from Callahan early? Sullivan patiently awaits it. Thought about playing in a more sweeper role there, but in the end does the right thing. Lets it come to her, and she is easily able to clear the danger. Kirkpatrick now to the far side, trying to go for Yonke. Good box out of tempo, played on back. Weaver. Strong tackle in the center of the park, once again pinging it on through. The Dukes just forcing the ball up pitch. Heavy tackle and more of a touch, but still out of play it goes. And once again, we see promising play like that, but just too much on the follow-through. And that is really tough. You think it's a tackle, all of a sudden the ball is loose, it's a touch, and the touch goes too far out in front and you lose possession. Play on given here, advantage called. A great chance for the Minerva Lions, and it'll be poked out of play. And obviously, for those who don't know, advantage given, there is a foul, but Minerva in that instance, they had enough attacking prowess. They'll let the opportunity continue, and if it's that bad, they will go back and address it later, but in this case, nothing crazy. That ball goes out of play, and it'll be a goal kick for the Dukes. But I like the use of advantage there. There was really nothing saying that the attack would have stopped. And I think when you ever have that opportunity to call advantage and let the players keep playing the game and not take control in that regard, you do. 5:15 left to go in the opening half. Minerva still up by 2, courtesy of Kylie Lippincott. Kirkpatrick trying to get in on a block. Burek boxing for the ball. Good ball roll to the near side. And it is a battle towards the sideline. Out of play it goes. And it'll go to Marlington. And Minerva, at least for a moment, thought that it was their ball. And that is the byproduct of tight play on the sideline. The smallest touch, and it goes right away from you. Kirkpatrick trying to spin on through. Burek there as well. Now a shield. Kind of a give and go pass. Burek in the end is on the end of it. Another great opportunity. Squared across the face of goal. Lightly cleared. It's Lippincott boxing through. Denied on the first hit. And it'll roll out of play, and I think that'll be a corner. And it is. A big opportunity as the first half is winding down. 4:15 on the clock. Get another goal here. Demoralizing. And I feel like that is the goal of Minerva. Find a way to really deflate the spirits of Marlington with one simple strike. Almost there again on the corner. Great initial hit. And now it is Minerva building play up. Taken back, Alexa Lippincott. Good ball roll now going into the end zone, trying to square it across. And instead, we will see another corner. Just a lot of moving pieces right now for Minerva. A lot of players getting equally aggressive. They just need one to find the back of the net. Corner taken to the back post. Nobody there marking, but it goes right through. Angione able to keep it alive, and she will circle it around for the Minerva Lions. Now plays it on back to the defense. Marlington, they pick it up, and now a chance to really break away. Excellent challenge in the middle. That is White Leather able to keep it for the time being. In the end, loses it, but it will not matter. It goes out of play, and Minerva holds up. But very nearly a big breakaway chance for the Marlington Dukes. But the defense, right place, right time. Kirkpatrick ball forward on to Lippincott. Alexa with the step over. Trying to go to the wing. Heavy challenge by the Dukes. It's Odie picking it back up. And now less than 3 minutes to play in the opening 40. Odie to the far side. A good amount of Dukes getting forward, and once again, it is White Leather stepping up for the challenge. In the last minute alone, we've called her name twice for 2 excellent tackles. Lippincott playing herself on through. Now Alexa Lippincott changing fields, goes to Ireland Kirkpatrick, and the flag goes up for offside. Once again, another good opportunity, good pass through, good incisive pass. But the flag goes up, and that ruins the opportunity. But overall, I do feel this has been an overall positive first half for Minerva. You're up by 2. A game that easily could have been a dogfight down to the end of the match. But instead, you're up by a brace here. You have that cushion. And potentially in these final 2 minutes, if you find that third goal, then you really have true control of this match. But if you're Marlington, you want one back. And here is the opportunity. It is Callahan denied by Sullivan. And it is cleared away for the time being. There's the second chance. And once again, it'll miss. Pauly that time going for it. Marlington, they know they need something in this first half. Square to Pauly. Pauly looking for some help. Plays it on back. Here's the chance for the Dukes. And Sullivan once again holds up. A big scare for the Lions defense. But in the end, led by Sullivan, they hold up. And now, for one final chance, can they take it up the pitch? 70 seconds on the clock, but the Dukes, they are not done yet either. Here's the chance. Sullivan easily able to take it in. And she treats that one the right way, just like a ground ball right to her. Now, final minute of the opening 40. Once again, 2-0 your score, courtesy of Kylie Lippincott. Kirkpatrick, nice job squaring it back. Plays it forward, Burek. Too far out in stride, and the Dukes will change fields, but not in the right way as it goes out. And one more chance, officially one more chance, I would say now, for the Minerva Lions. Yeah, 40 seconds. You have a couple touches, get it towards that 18-yard box, and let somebody take a chance. Alexa Lippincott cutting it back, squares it on through, trying to go to Kylie, and it will go out of play. Now 20 seconds left to go in the first half, but it looks like we will have a free kick. So not much time at all. The clock continues to tick. We have 10 seconds to go. It might be a shot right at the buzzer. And here it comes. Urgency by Kylie Lippincott. I think she will take the chance. She will shoot. Loose ball in the 18-yard box. Nobody able to get on the end of it. And that'll do it for the opening 40 minutes at Robert H. Hines Stadium. Courtesy of the All-Ohioan from last season, Kylie Lippincott. It is the Minerva Lions up 2-0 on the Marlington Dukes through 40 minutes. We will step aside and hear a word from our sponsors and be back to the action in around 10 minutes. You are watching OHSAA Girls Soccer on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes. Whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter, we do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions!
Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to our 3 broadcast sponsors, Heather Prince of Howard Hanna, Crowell Interiors, and the Minerva Athletic Boosters for sponsoring today's broadcast. And ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. We have hit 5,000 subscribers, so thank you all for subscribing. Well, one of our staff members wasn't subscribed before today, so that also helped us get to 5,000. But either way, we have done it. Once again, coming into Mount Union, I had less than 100 subscribers on this page, now up to 5K. Truly, truly grateful for each and every one of you who have joined this movement. Here's for the next 5,000, or by the end of the year, the next 250. That's at least what we hope to do with some big competitions coming up. But back to the action for those just tuning in. 2-0 your halftime score. Kylie Lippincott, both goals, 1 tap in and 1 wonder strike as she drove through the entire Marlington defense, 4 players to be exact, and was able to score off balance. Minerva, an early opportunity here. Kirkpatrick also along with Lippincott in on it. Lippincott unable to break on through. Now another opportunity. Open on the near post, but it is sent wide. That was Batten with the opportunity, and going back to last half, Metz was unable to seal off that near post. And if that shot was more on target, then this would easily be a 3-0 game. As well, score update from Rock Hill Elementary. 20 minutes left to go in the first half. West Branch up 2-0 on the Alliance Aviators. Beautiful through ball played on the far side. Minerva trying to pace back to defend it, but beautifully led on for Callahan. The Dukes try to turn it back up pitch, but it goes out of play. And the official in the middle will say corner. I think on the far post they wanted to say goal kick, but somebody else saw a different angle. And for the first time today, the Dukes will have it at a corner flag. 2 corners so far for Minerva, and once again, this is the first for Marlington. And they need any way back into this game. If they can get a goal here, make it interesting at 2-1, then we'll see how they actually can go from here. I think they have more than enough talent right now to truly make something happen here. We'll see if they can. Ball played in, headed on away. And the Dukes will try it again outside their 18-yard box. Squared in again, this time wide. And it'll be a goal kick for the Minerva Lions. As well, a little early, but just to give forewarning, stay with us after our final commercial break today. When this one goes final, then we will announce our player of the game presented by SmeeSports. A couple of good candidates so far on the docket, but we will see once this game goes to full time. At this point in our last girls soccer game, our player of the game was somebody that was not even in the conversation at the end, and that was because of how the game flipped on its head. But I think Minerva is going to be more conservative in this second half, not as aggressive, but if they can find some gaps in the Marlington Dukes, they will take them. But up by 2, they have that comfortability. They're going to try and work from here. Odie able to force it to the wing for Callahan. Square to the center. A great opportunity here for the Dukes. Still a dangerous chance. Heavy touch inside the 18-yard box. Ball still loose. Poked away to the center. Saransky missed times. Now it's Odie from long range. Pings off of a Lion. And the Minerva Lions are able to clear the danger. A heavy block to keep it away. Otherwise, that chance from Odie easily could have gone in. The Minerva Lions are giving everything they have to the cause tonight. You expect nothing less for them in conference play. They want to make a statement here against the Marlington Dukes. They know they can win this game, and they want to prove it here and prove it in dominating fashion. That's always the goal. You want to win in dominant fashion if you can. And we've seen that the last couple of weeks for the football team. This past week, though, 47-12 over Sandy Valley. I'll tell you what, Minerva football, it is on the up and up once again. A chance Friday to improve to 4-1. That's just insane to think about. And as well, it's not a fair comparison given strength of schedule, but right now, Minerva football has more wins than Glenville. We're just putting this in perspective, ladies and gentlemen. But glad to see Minerva on the rise. So many of their athletic teams really taking that extra step this year. And girls soccer, they have seen that jump as well. 35-40 left to go in regulation. And once again, if we are tied at the end of the 80, we will not see extra time. As this is not a playoff game, there are draws, and it has happened for both teams this year. Each team has had a 0-0 draw, the only outlier which right now would be the most likely draw, a 2-2 result in the opener for Marlington against Waterloo. But Minerva in control for now. They want one more to really solidify the win. Lippincott plays it on back. Batten trying to get it on through, but once again intercepted by the Marlington Dukes. And here they come up the near side. Odie trying to make herself available in the middle. Pass intercepted and cleared away by Whiteleather. Once again, good challenge by Whiteleather. And speaking of good challenge, it is Alexa Lippincott on the near side. She got kicked in the head and still was able to get rid of it. That's impressive. Not trying to argue a call, not trying to appeal, just gets up and makes the play. That is a truly resilient player. And as a freshman, seeing that kind of mental headspace, that is great for the future of this program. You play with the calls, not against them. But I do say there could have been a cause for a foul there, as there was a collision with the foot to the head. Well, Marlington, this is what we expected from them in the second half, throwing the kitchen sink and then some at Minerva, trying to find a breakthrough, trying to find an answer, just trying to find their opening goal tonight. And still a great chance for them to do so in the next couple of minutes. Their offense has been very impressive so far, given their pressure. But once again, just still looking for a good pass inside the 18-yard box, and it still evades them. And right now as well, you have to look at the freshman shot stopper, Sullivan. She has been great in this matchup. She is looking for clean sheet number 2 in her Marlington career. The other one came against West Holmes back in August, and that was a 0-0 draw. But once again, 2-0 your score. The Dukes have had a couple of very good opportunities, but whether it be space or the defense, they have been denied. Another good opportunity. Beautiful ball played in, but way too far behind. And it'll be a goal kick for the Minerva Lions. Once again, join us on Friday at North Royalton Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium. 6:15 pregame, 7 p.m. kickoff. It is Holy Name and Cleveland Central Catholic Football, CCC if you will, but not to be confused with Canton Central Catholic. That'll be a very good matchup and our Friday Night Lights game of the week. Really looking forward to that one. Then next week, we will be back here on Friday for Friday Night Lights. Week 1 of 3 in a row of Minerva football on the channel, as it'll be West Branch coming in for a battle. And if both teams win this weekend, it could be a 5-0 versus 4-1 matchup. That would be a sight to behold here at Robert H. Hines Stadium. Ball played in on a free kick, almost a handball, but did hit the chest before getting even close to an elbow. And cleared away for now. Lippincott tries keeping it alive, but it goes out of play before her touch. And it is going back to Marlington. I believe this is game number 5 in our partnership as well with Minerva Athletics. We thank Athletic Director Garth Evans along with the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club for bringing us in to do some of these Minerva broadcasts. Beautiful ball in for Kylie Lippincott, and the break is on. 3 jerseys following closely behind. Squared in, nobody home. Lippincott tries picking it up again. She is taken down inside the 18-yard box, and there is nothing called. Quick throw and taken, but I think that was an easy decision to make, and I don't think they got it right. That follow through after the fact, the ball wasn't there, but in the 18-yard box, that looked like a clear penalty from here. And we've seen penalties called for less. But Minerva still trying to fight for that third. But once again, not as aggressive as they once were, but I think now that fire has been reignited. They want that third. They want to really cement this victory now. And if they can cement this one early, then this could be a spot that some reserves get in. And to get them an opportunity in EBC play, that would be big for the future of this program. But still, the focus remains right here with 30 minutes to go. Plenty of time for Marlington, but a third goal, once again, 1 foot in the door. Beautiful free kick taken, residing now outside the 18-yard box, and the Dukes will try and take it for a break. Odie on the far side, still pacing through the entire defense, finally dispossessed, And the Minerva Lions are able to control possession. It's Richard. Now to the center, Angione. Angione, the senior, 1 goal, 2 assists on the year. Played on through Batten, trying to get on the end of it, but too far out in front. And it is picked up once again by McKenna Metz. Intercepted Angione. Tries picking up Lippincott, just not enough behind it. Still a great opportunity. It is Batten taking it on the near flank. And she is almost tackled in the box. The flag goes up. And we will see where they actually address the foul. And they will say outside the penalty area. Now, the rule is if the actual contact initiated it starts in the box, that's a penalty. Unfortunately, they're saying the contact that actually caused the foul was not in the box, which I don't agree with at all. I thought it looked pretty clear from here, but based on the designation, there was no clear rush to the penalty spot to make that decision. Played in beautifully, but nobody home. But I believe the rule is pretty clear on it. Maybe the actual foul did occur outside the box. It's a very fine line. Maybe with video-assisted replay, that could have been reversed, but it was a fine line. I understand both sides of it, but it looked more like a penalty than anything. That's that time able to pick it up on a line drive and gets the save. And if you're Marlington, you have to work with this now. You have been given so many opportunities to get back in it, and you have to work from here. You have the offensive firepower. You have the ability. You just need a couple lucky breaks. And Minerva, they still want their third. It is Batten, give and go, trying to pick her up, and it'll be cleared away for now. Angione stepping in, picking it up. Here's the chance, and once again, it'll one-hop towards Metz. And I don't mind this at all from Minerva, trying to force a mistake more than anything. And that would be a great way to silence Marlington. A nicely worked goal, it's understandable, but one that forces an error, that is really something that can take the wind out of their sails. And they will have a chance to do it here as it'll be a corner on the far side for the Minerva Lions. But still, Kylie Lippincott, the point of difference twice for the Minerva Lions. But you do have to give a lot of credit to Ireland Kirkpatrick on the initial shot. She very nearly hit it in. Just right place, right time for Lippincott on the rebound. Loose ball, almost put away. Richard right there, but not enough to get it. And now here come the Marlington Dukes. 27:35 left to go in regulation. And once again, Minerva still up by 2 and looking for a good breakaway. And for those just tuning in, you are watching OHSAA Girls Soccer on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Ball sent out of play, and it'll be an easy goal kick for the Marlington Dukes. Looking ahead to their next couple of matchups, they're on the road tomorrow at Woodridge, followed by a home matchup against Ravenna, then at Norton, at home net against Salem, and then to round out the 5-game forecast, they make the trip to Ravenna to take on Southeast on 9/29. As for Minerva, their next 5 include games against Tusky Valley, Alliance, Edison, Edgewood, and against Carrollton. Carrollton, I believe that'll be the second matchup between these two teams. They're bitter rivals, so they decided why not play twice. And I believe if I'm doing the math correct and looking at the schedule right, then this game will be the one that is actually going to be counted in EBC play. Good challenge on the near side, but played up the pitch. Thompson able to get it through, but out of play it goes. Or very nearly does. Somehow stays in. And Minerva, they will benefit from it. Lippincott playing it up the wing, going towards Batten. Batten trying to pace her way through, but out of play. Now it goes. And it'll be a goal kick for McKenna Metz. Good hustle once again by the Minerva Lions, trying everything. That time just not getting enough behind it. That's playing it through. Lippincott denies it. Kylie tries playing it towards the wing, but not enough to get there again. But all the way around, a very interesting affair. A lot of things moving. As expected, a lot of pinballs, a lot of trouble trapping. But if one side can really do something big here, get technically sound, do everything right in the next 25 minutes, either A, Minerva dominates and finishes, or B, Marlington gets back in it. But still, both sides are leaving plenty to be changed heading into their next game. And that's not a bad thing. This is a time that you can grow. Obviously, trying to compete in conference is big, but if you can do well in the OHSAA tournament, that's what matters. Angione trying to body her way through, still with it. Just trying to square it, unable to do so. One more ball played on through, poked on back finally again. And the Dukes will pick it up. Good challenge right back. Alexa Lippincott getting it. And there is the official clearance for the Dukes. Marlington now going more to a defensive state than offensive. That's not a bad thing. They just need to find their clinicality. They need to find that one big pass still. And that one big game-changing play as well. Lippincott has it, plays it across the face of goal, and it is in! There is the third of the night for the Minerva Lions. This time, Ireland Kirkpatrick gets her goal. Beautifully squared in by Lippincott. She now has a hat trick of goal contributions. Lippincott helping out Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick now with a goal and an assist in this game, doubling her tally in each category tonight. And here it is on the replay, perfectly played in. And if you're Kylie Lippincott, that's paying it back for what happened earlier on in the matchup. And even more so, you can ride this one out comfortably. You still have to do the little things right, but all the way around, you have done the majority of what you have to do. If Marlington can find their way back in it, though, they might have to go for a fourth. Odie trying to pace it up the pitch, but just nobody there to surround. And back it goes to the Dukes. Saransky pokes it out to the far wing. 24 minutes left to go in regulation. Minerva up by 3. Once again, play to the wing, try to be squared in. And there is the clearance. Once again, it's Thompson sending it away. Pauly dishing it up. Now center of the park for the Marlington Dukes, Saransky. Now to Pauly. And finally, there is the clearance once again by Minerva. And this is where the game will probably feel like it's slowing down, just given the goal discrepancy. Kylie Lippincott, she is not done. She wants the hat trick tonight. Lippincott trying to make it happen, but Metz with the save. But outside of a couple of strong shots, this game I feel like is going to be controlled in the midfield for the next couple of minutes. One side feeling accomplished, the other wants more. But you can just feel the difference in the game now. That one goal making a world of difference. Lippincott played in, and almost she gets the hat trick. But that time pokes it over, and it'll be a goal kick for the Marlington Dukes. But assuming this result holds, Minerva would improve to 4-5-1 on the year. If they beat Tusky Valley in their next game, then they would be 500 heading into the game against Alliance. We were supposed to be initially doing that game, but as mentioned before, Tri-C Baseball was able to get us approval to go to Kent State. So we will be at Schoonover Stadium on Tuesday. 22:15 left to go in regulation. Minerva trying for their fourth, but denied. And once again, the reason why it's denied, McKenna Metz hugging that near post. Good chest forward by the Lions, still trying to fight. I would say more aggressive than I thought they would be at this point in the matchup. I thought up by 3, this is where they can kind of coast through. They might get a little more aggressive as things go on. Maybe if Marlington starts to apply more pressure, then maybe, just maybe, the shots come back. But they're staying with their identity. And they're treating this not as a game that is done, but a game that easily can change. And a game that they want to, when people look back, say, they dominated. And I feel like they are on track to make that happen. And as well, I think the goal for the next 21 minutes and 30 seconds is simple. Keep that clean sheet intact as well. Get your freshman shot stopper a second clean sheet of the season and go from there. But Marlington trying to end the clean sheet bid right here. An opportunity to strike. Here's the chance from Saransky. Mistimes it. And it'll be an easy clearance for the Minerva Lions. And now this can turn into a nice little counterattack. That was Kirkpatrick played forward, but not enough behind it to get to her. And yet again, Marlington sends it out of play for a throw-in. Kylie Lippincott coming back for it, plays it on forward towards Kirkpatrick. Beautiful ball in. Kylie getting available once again. Kirkpatrick, she will take the turn. She plays it back post, going towards Batten, and it is just too much to handle. So many Lions in the vicinity. Beautiful cross in, but just unable to bury it. And once again, this is why they continue to work through these sequences. That way, when they go back and watch the film, they can say, you know what, we did good in this category, but we have to focus on this. This is how we change that play. If they can put good film, coachable film up in the next 20 minutes, that also is a big victory for them. Strong challenge by Odie, winning back possession. And now she needs an outlet. And not quite getting it. Intercepted by Johns. One of the first times that we have called her name tonight. Richard turning back, trying to box out. And it will finally go out of play off of a Minerva Lion. And officially, we are in the final 20 minutes of this matchup. 19:45 left to go in regulation. And once again, thank you all for helping us reach 5,000 subscribers. We got that number during halftime. So we thank you all for joining with us, and we're excited for what is next here at SmeeSports. And to be fair, what's next in the next 19 minutes and 20 seconds? The rest of this game. A pretty simple answer there. Ball played in, and on the tip, it is a beautiful opportunity. It is Kirkpatrick looking for the double, and she will get it! Ireland Kirkpatrick with her second goal of the night. It is Minerva up by 4. And now even more so, she wishes that first goal was credited to her. That would have been her hat trick, but her along with Lippincott, each on the double, each with a brace. It is all Minerva tonight. And this is what they do so well, counter-attacking soccer. One tip got the ball right back to Kirkpatrick, and she might be one of the best players off the ball and on the ball in the EBC for a reason. And she uses it there in both ways to get the strike. Now 2 players on hat-trick watch. Can Minerva get it done? Plenty of time to do so. That time Kirkpatrick plays it too far forward. And if both players do end up getting the hat-trick, then we would have a quote-unquote running clock. Which soccer, it only does so much. It just matters on scoring plays. And to be fair, for injuries, we would still have it be a timeout and the clock would stop. But outside of it, it would just be a perpetual clock at that point. And that clock right now leading us towards a little bit after 8 p.m. So just around an hour and a half after this one got going. Richard tries playing it on through, and it'll go out of play. But for those just tuning in the first half, it was Kylie Lippincott with both goals. In the second half, it has been Ireland Kirkpatrick. And once again, Kirkpatrick had 2 goal contributions entering play tonight. Right now, she has 3 total. So going from 2 to 5. 2 goals, 1 assist. So all the way around, a great night for the Minerva Lions. And they believe they are just getting started. And this is a big part of the revolution here at Minerva. The athletic team's getting so much better. Great chance from Alexa Lippincott this time. Kylie in the vicinity. She is pushed from behind. No penalty given. Bjork trying to get in on the fun. Unable to guide it in. And it is kept in the vicinity by Batten. Squared forward. Alexa Lippincott unable to connect. And Odie will pick it up. But Bjork, she had 6 goals entering play tonight. She has been more of a facilitator than a scorer herself, but she has adopted the role perfectly so far in this contest. Whistle will blow. 17:03 on the clock as it stops. And I believe some kind of warning was just issued to Kungl. So interesting to see play stopped for that. One of our first stoppages outside of a goal tonight, if not our first. Good strong challenge by Thompson, winning it back up to Batten. And here come the Lions. There's a whistle, and it is a free kick given. A pretty easy decision this time. And it is a set piece just outside the 18-yard box for the Minerva Lions. And standing over it is Kylie Lippincott. If you're Kylie right now, it's a battle of wills. Do you play it in, or do you go for the glory? Beautiful ball in. Could have been a handball there. Very close to it, but they will say no. And on top of that, could have been, quote-unquote, natural position on top of it. Lippincott tries playing it in. Out of play it goes, and that'll be a corner kick for the Lions. A few arguments could be made that we could have seen a couple of penalties in this half. But at least right now, it doesn't look to be mattering at all. Minerva up by 4. One of their best performances this season. Alexa Lippincott plays it into the near post. Sent right back out. She will try it again. And that time pokes it too far out behind. But you look at the wins. This will be the tied largest margin. 5-1 was the biggest margin against Sandy Valley. Otherwise, 5-2 against CCC. And a 4-3 thriller against Carrollton. A match that I believe was won in the final 10 seconds. Substitutions made. It is going to be Burek subbing out for the Minerva Lions. And I think we're going to see Kirkpatrick along with Lippincott stay in until that hat trick is there. Alexa Lippincott poking it through. And once again, Marlington able to hold them off for the time being. There's only so much holding off that you can do against the Minerva Lions. This team is hungry. They wanted this win entering play tonight. And they are going to get it. Sullivan pokes it out of play. And that'll go potentially out of the stadium as well. A play that is not very much appreciated by the ball boys, but still a smart play in context to the actual matchup. And to be fair, it is better than when we were at the Marlington Soccer Complex. If a ball goes out of play, you're going into the woods. Usually in the dark, unlit woods. So I would say not a very enticing environment. Once again, here come the Minerva Lions. Alexa Lippincott goes to Kirkpatrick, plays it on through, trying to get it up to Kylie Lippincott. Kylie, she is led in stride, has a chance, but Metz will send it out of play, and she will concede the corner. That's the only choice she had right there. Otherwise, Lippincott, she had that right foot. She was just going to play it on back. Metz was going to go out of play with the ball, but in the end, that would have meant Lippincott would have been wide open. This time, pokes it out. And she likes her chances against the corner, then one-on-one. Nobody in the vicinity for Minerva. Alexa Lippincott plays it on in. Deflected out. She will try sending it in again. That time closer towards the 6-yard box. Still a loose ball right in there. And the whistle will blow. And a good thing for Marlington that it did. Once again, Kylie Lippincott right there, ready to go. But both Lippincott and Kirkpatrick, 2 goals, 1 assist tonight. And to be fair, Kirkpatrick's assist was nearly a goal of her own. I would say as close to being a goal for her, but not being as humanly possible. Lippincott plays it on forward. Now Kylie does the same, going to Batten, but out of play it goes with 13 minutes left to go in regulation. And it'll be a throw-in for the Marlington Dukes. Marlington, that aggression that they once had, seemingly gone now. They need to find that spark to give them something. I feel like right now, if they can get a goal on the board, they would call that a victory in its own right, just given the way this game has gone and given the talent that Minerva has shown tonight. I kind of expected a game like this, but I don't think I expected Minerva to control it as much as they did. I'm impressed. They did the little things right tonight. The technicalities, it was there. The clinicality, it was there. The teamwork and coordination, it was there. And the overall hunger and desire, that was the big one. And it has been there. And I believe for the rest of the season, it will be there. Good ball played on forward. Batten, she will fall on it. She is caught under it. The whistle will blow, and it'll be a free kick for the Marlington Dukes. Which, I don't know how it's a free kick for Marlington when she had the ball under her feet. Maybe something on the follow-through with it. It's one of those awkward ones. You say, okay, she got ball, but at what point do you say that's a foul because she still is taken down? I feel like we're getting a lot of the nuances of the game as this one is nearing its conclusion. 11:30 left to go in regulation. Alexa Lippincott not to be outdone. She has been a great facilitator tonight. Beautiful ball played forward, going to Kylie Lippincott. She twists out of one, and she is tackled. And now a late push from a Marlington Duke getting her off. As the chippiness, it has been here the entire night. A lot of those pushes, somehow in some way we haven't seen a card, and it looks like they're going to say the foul is on Marlington. I don't know how that was. The tackle was initiated by Marlington. Very confusing. Once again, I'm sure on the field something else is being seen and something else is being said. But at least from the angle that we have, it looked like, once again, contact initiated by Marlington. But Minerva unfazed by it. Alexa Lippincott going for her goal. Unable to do it. But I will say, on the pitch, Minerva, whenever a call hasn't gone their way, they're not there in the face of the ref complaining. They're out there. They're just playing the game. And I feel like that's a big reason why they are winning right now. They haven't really fretted on the little stuff. They have focused on the bigger picture. And the bigger picture has given them this great result tonight. And once again, in a year that really has been dominated by Minerva, or you really could say dominated, as this has been their comeback. This has been their rise to glory once again. They have done a lot right, and they have been really a joy to watch. And now we look for a score update from over at Rock Hill Elementary. That is the Alliance West Branch game, and it is just into the second half now. It is still 2-0. So West Branch being very highly contested by the Alliance Aviators. Whistle blows, and it'll be a foul on Minerva. So this game, just like that one, 2-0 at the half, and we'll see if West Branch in the final 40 does pull away just like Minerva did. And now it looks like the free kick is going to be brought well up the pitch. So a free kick just outside the 18-yard box for Marlington. I would say this is their best remaining chance that they have tonight to find one. And definitely they do have the ability to make it happen. They just need to find that strike. 9 minutes and counting left to go in regulation. Minerva up 4-0 on the Marlington Dukes. Right now, their tied biggest win of the season. The Dukes looking to get back in it. Taken directly on a shot, but Sullivan will save it. That was the right call for Marlington. They had to take that shot from that distance, but once again, it is the freshman shot stopper, Allison Sullivan, coming in with a big stop. And she is nearing 100 saves this season for the Minerva Lions. She has been a great addition to this team and will be a great shot stopper over the next couple of seasons. And you do have the feeling that Minerva, albeit losing a lot of key pieces, just like the one who just subbed out of the game, they will be a good team and a force to be reckoned with over the next couple of years. You look at the underclassmen who have played tonight, they have stepped up, and now a few more have an opportunity to step up here. Loose ball in the 6-yard box, and it is cleared away. Good composure held by the Minerva Lions. And once again, they are able to simply clear the danger. And we go back to that goal after getting the goals. They want to hold that clean sheet. And they're getting closer and closer to making that happen. That's been a big talking point. Only one this year. You need confidence boosters for your players. You need to see it happen. And right now, they are on the cusp of doing just that. And once again, stay with us after our final commercial break as we will announce our player of the game presented by SmeeSports. Two very good candidates, two identical resumes. So I do not know how we're going to decide who gets player of the game. But that's a problem for 7 minutes from now. Marlington trying to get their first goal of the night. Beautiful pass to the back post. But the opportunity hesitated on and not taken in the end. And Marlington just unable to find that force forward. Good tackle outside the box. Thompson fighting for it. Played on forward. Burek also in the vicinity. Shot taken by the Dukes. denied. Saransky tips it on back. Still in the area for the Dukes. And finally, it will pinball inside the 18-yard box. And it'll be skied away towards the near sideline. And out of play for a Marlington throw-in. Once again, a lot of pieces moving inside the 18-yard box. And it happens again. So 6:15 left to go in regulation. And we will see some substitutions now for Marlington. Overall, though, for Minerva, a lot of positives, a lot of great, gritty play, and they are not giving up as this game is still winding down. Now a yellow card is given, and it's on Burek. First card of the game. And Burek will sub out. So an interesting call that was the one they give the card on. And once again, it looked like a pedestrian challenge. And I could be numbed by it as I watch a lot of Premier League soccer, but that looked like just a basic from behind one. The commentator looks at it once and then immediately goes back to their notes looking for information. Didn't look like a tackle out of the ordinary. But once again, I'll preface it. They might say something else on the pitch. I know the fans are discouraged by it, and, well, I think there is some grounds for that. But they have to understand something else could be seen on the pitch, and our officials, underpaid. It's a thankless profession. We have to thank our officials while we have them. And it's so tough all the time. That's really what people look at in any game right now. But I don't think that should take away from this great performance by the Minerva Lions tonight. Outside of that yellow card, outside of the fouls, you have to say, this is a great team win. We were the better attacking team. We counterattacked. We controlled the midfield. Our defense did everything right. Our goalkeeper was great. We did all of these things. We're now a game under 500 and have an opportunity to go on the road and make that happen. A team that, once again, a few years ago, never would have thought they could have gotten to this point. But here we are. I've said it in interviews and on broadcasts. This is truly the turning point for Minerva Athletics. Beautiful ball played in, Batten fighting for it, and Metz will clear it. And still there it is once again. That hunger is still alive for the Minerva Lions, and we are nearing the 80th minute of the game. This game was sealed a long time ago, but they have not given up on that grit and grind. They have been battling throughout this contest, and I'm not surprised to see them not giving up yet. I feel like giving up is even the wrong word because the tie is theirs. Now down to the final 4 minutes of regulation. And once again, I will thank everyone who did subscribe during this broadcast. We wanted to hit 5K by the end of the year. It's happened once again ahead of schedule. I am truly grateful for each and every one of you as this has been a just incredible journey so far. No other words to say other than an incredible journey. We've had so many great interns come with us. We've had so many great people call games. It's been a fun ride. Sullivan falling on that one, able to pick it up. And we're grateful to be here at Minerva. Broadcast number 5 as a part of the Minerva Lions family. We've seen a lot of great games. We heard DC make his profession of Minerva, if you will, calling his favorite color red after being corrected, I believe, saying blue initially, which in a game between two red teams, I don't think that was the right call initially. We'll have DC back next Friday for the Minerva West Ranch football game. But Minerva has really welcomed us in with open arms, and it has been great to be here. Tonight we're here for both teams. The team that is winning, that is Minerva. And as well, for our folks watching on in Alliance, you can watch this game back in a few weeks live on Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. All of our games for Alliance at Marlington High School do re-air on that station as we are in partnership with them. Usually we will have career tech students with us, but tonight they are at Rock Hill. Shout out to Cooper Fontaine making his debut along with DC on the call for them. So make sure when this one is done, go on Facebook, channel 1022, click the link for tonight, and show Daniel and Cooper some love. I know Cooper's doing play-by-play tonight, if I'm not mistaken. That is the first time he is doing it, and listen to a little bit. Very impressed with how he has done tonight. Very happy for both DC and Cooper getting that opportunity today. As we are off here, and, well, you've been able to bear with me for around 80 minutes now just by myself for soccer, which I'm used to doing, but I think I kind of realized how much I really did appreciate having a Cooper or a DC with me for these games, as there's only so much that you can say in 80 minutes by yourself. Eventually, you're on the same rotation of everything being mentioned again. But one final time, stay with us after this game goes final, as we will announce our player of the game presented by SmeeSports, and that'll come following our final commercial break. A lot of moving pieces, not only on the pitch, but off the pitch tonight. Beautiful night for soccer, beautiful win for Minerva, and they are around 90 seconds away from sealing their second clean sheet of the year and second in the career of their freshman shot stopper, Allison Sullivan. And once again, if she can play like this for the next couple of years and get better, you are looking at the next great EBC goalkeeper. I can say that with great confidence. She was great tonight. That challenge, a little bit more on the follow through. There's a little bit of extra aggression, and that'll be the second yellow card given of the night. That time on white leather. So all the cards given at the end, she will sub out. And it'll be Kendra Johns coming in for the final minute. Or minute 10 to be exact. Interesting to see the bookings come this late. I feel like if you were going to try and control the game early, it'd have been early, not now. Sullivan takes it very nearly a back pass. You have to be careful. You don't want to give up a late penalty to Marlington. Now down to the final minute of 80 tonight. Marlington still showing pressure. Can they go for a fifth potentially? I don't think that's their intent. I think right now it is quite simple. They just want this one to be done. They want the clean sheet, and they want to celebrate the win and get in the film room and make adjustments heading into their next game. And once again, their next game, it is a winnable game. You're at Tusky Valley. If you win it, you're 500. And that would be incredible for this girls soccer program. Now down to the final 20 seconds. Marlington trying to press one final time in this second half. They want to interrupt the clean sheets. And it is cleared away by Standing. Loose ball now, 10 seconds to play. It is Thompson fighting for it. The clean sheet is here. And it looks like that will do it for us at Dr. Robert H. Hines Stadium. Here is the final whistle. And Minerva gets the big EBC win. 4-0 your final score in the M&M battle. What a win for the Lions. Lippincott with the 2 goals in the first half. Then Kirkpatrick in the second half finishes the job for the Minerva Lions. We will step aside one final time and hear a word from our sponsors, then be back on to announce our player of the game presented by SmeeSports. You are watching OHSAA Girls Soccer on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes. Whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter, we do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions!
Lady victory rings tonight for the Minerva Lions as they get the 4-0 victory over the Marlington Dukes. Your player of the game presented by SmeeSports. It belongs to none other than Kylie Lippincott. She had the first 2 goals of the game. She had an assist, and when you watch back the film, she had to fight for it more. All the heavy tackles from Marlington, they were against her. She fought through it all. She got it done, and she just barely edged out Ireland Kirkpatrick for player of the game. Ireland, she deserves her flowers as well. 2 goals, 1 assist. She was lights out tonight. Both of them key figures in this big victory for the Minerva Lions. Now they stand 1 game below 500. A win over Tusky Valley on the weekend, and then that would put them at 500. An incredible turnaround for a program that is really hitting its stride at the halfway point and now into the second half of the OHSAA soccer season. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow us on all of our social media pages, SmeeSports on Instagram, SmeeFist2024 on Twitter, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn, as well as subscribe down below to the SmeeSports YouTube channel. There's no added cost, but it greatly helps out all we do. Our goal now, as we have hit 5K as of tonight, 5,250 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. We have basketball season. We have a lot of football. We have the NEO Youth League Christmas Classic, and we probably have Sonny Johnson saying it's going down in Garfield. Plenty of reasons to subscribe down below if you're new. We thank all who have joined on with us tonight on this tremendous night for us. Extreme gratitude on my end for reaching 5,000 subscribers. When I started this, I didn't think that was even possible to do, but here we are. We have had, I believe, now over 10 interns on rotation. Have a couple of them here tonight. It's been a fun ride so far, but it's just the start. A lot more here in Stark County and a lot more up in the Cleveland area to do. Speaking of the Cleveland area, that is where we will be on Friday as Holy Name takes on Cleveland Central Catholic. 6:15 p.m. pregame, 7 p.m. kickoff at North Royalton Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium. A bittersweet moment for myself and Julian Rodriguez, who was on our overhead camera tonight. That was Holy Name's home field for football for, I believe, 15 years. That's the last home game there, I believe, ever. I don't foresee Holy Name ever going back to North Royalton, unfortunately. I think Brooklyn is going to be the new home. I think class of 2024, that's where I was with Holy Name. We were the last class to graduate at that stadium. It's a bittersweet moment. It's going to be an emotional day. I mean, obviously the seniors, that's where their home field was for all 4 years, but I think especially the alumni who played on that field, that is really the ones who are going to get hit heavy. It's homecoming, and no better way, I think, to round out Holy Name's time in North Royalton. It's going to be an emotional night. Going to be a dogfight at CCC. They have a lot of fight in them. 3-1 in the year. They've won their last 3 games, and even in week number 1 against the number 1 seed in Region 9, Hawken, they were able to score 6 points and not have a running clock in that game. That gives me confidence in CCC, so we'll see how they do. Then going on into next week, it'll be Tri-C and Kent State at Schoonover Stadium, 6 p.m. on Tuesday. Wednesday, no game here as it is Mount Union and John Carroll Volleyball. You can watch that game with my call on Flow Sports. A subscription is required for that. Then on Thursday, it is Alliance and Louisville Soccer, 7 p.m. at Rock Hill. Should be a fun battle between 2 arch rivals. Then next Friday, we are back here at Dr. Robert H. Hines Stadium. It is Friday Night Lights as the Minerva Lions take on the West Branch Warriors. Should be a fun one. It's Wing T versus Jeremiah Thomas. That'll be a fun battle. But that'll do it for us here at Dr. Robert H. Hines Stadium. Once again, Minerva gets the win. 4-0 your final. Lippincott on the double and sang with Ireland Kirkpatrick. I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Minerva, Ohio, and we will see you again on Friday up in Cleveland as Holy Name takes on CCC in Friday Night Lights. But this has been OHSAA Girls Soccer on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. One more thing as well. Information and sponsor is on your screen. Contact us. We'll get back to you soon. That now officially does it. Have a good night, everybody, and thank you all for tuning in tonight.